miss out on Escoffier. Escoffier is coming to Genshin Impact 5.6, and this is what you need to know. Escoffier is a cryo polearm user. Now, we already have a cryo polearm with the name of Shanhe, which will work actually pretty well with Escoffier, and we'll talk about that a bit later. But Escoffier can really be extremely versatile as a character thanks to her kit and what she does. As usual, a few key elements that make her work pretty well, and the one main thing that allows her to be a really standout character is one of her passives, reducing cryo and hydro resistances. This is extremely strong, as with more party members is actually increased. This is really powerful. Now, the more of the hydro or cryo element that you have in your team, stronger the reduction is going to be. So if you have a full party of cryo and hydro characters, your resistance is going to pass 50%. This is a very incredibly powerful. I don't know how many more adjectives I can add for a character like Escoffier, because she can activate this opponents who are frozen. Now, here is the thing that they talked about in the live stream. Most mighty bosses, the ones that are CC immune, are what that means is that if the frozen reaction doesn't really do anything to them other than just, apply the reaction, they don't get frozen. Don't worry, because any of that is still going to apply the resistance reduction regardless of whether they become in that frozen state or not. This is absolutely a must-have in a freeze team and makes her an incredibly strong unit for any cryo or hydro characters alike, because both of these elements are getting so much value from Escoffier. Another key element to her kit is obviously going to be her actual damage dealing capabilities through her elemental skill as well as elemental burst. Now, through her elemental skill is where most of the magic happens. She unleashes a dish, a little dish, that fires out cryo applying damage. This is damage over time and can be used on the active character, and it does not need to be Escoffier on the field. So it can be used as an off-field elemental skill, which is amazing, very valuable. Escoffier's cryo applying capabilities look a little like this if we have a little look-see at the live stream review. We can see that she applies it fairly often and is similar to something maybe like a Xiangling Guoba, which is pretty good, but this dish definitely gives more damage and applies loads of cryo. As for her burst is actually a healing burst. The entire party gets a large healing amount that makes her a pretty complete character with support capabilities, damage dealing capability, and now with the elemental burst healing abilities. This is really nice, as she really does give the opponent the absolute sheer cold and will have a great impact on the game as a whole. She will work with loads of other teams as well. It doesn't have to be necessarily freeze, but with freeze is going to be the most Escoffier that you're going to have. And since the resistance shred is kind of the core part of her kit, I definitely do recommend running some sort of freeze team if you're going to have Escoffier be a part of your crew. You'll release in a banner alongside her weapon, the Symphonist of Sense, and Aoife, the new 4-star. And Aoife, the new 4-star, will also be joining the banner as a 4-star character, so it's nice to get a 2-in-1, which will make pulling on the banner a little bit more worth it. Aoife is an animal character that focuses on swirl and hydro related swirl reactions, and he gives healing to the party members, which is pretty important, nice to have, but it's just not that make it or break it. But I'm sure once we see some of the constellations, I probably will change my mind, and he's probably going to be pretty good, and I'll cover that on my channel. So make sure you guys subscribe and like this video so you guys can, stick around and see what comes next. So what about teams from Escoffier? Let's talk about where she can fit. Obviously, we can fit really easily into teams with freeze, so any team that has a hydro or cryo damage dealer like Neuvillette or Ayato or Ayaka, whichever one that you absolutely like the most and the one that you have, as your main damage dealer, you can pair them with obviously Escoffier and with Furina. Furina is very good for her freeze teams. An incredible addition which will help boost your overall team damage pretty dramatically actually, and dish out loads of damage at the same time. Then last part is actually pretty flexible. You can have someone like Shenhe further buff the team damage. Well, I say team, I mainly mean cryo character damage. Or you can have someone like Yelan for large sub DPS increase for the team, or even Xingqiu. There are so many hydro and cryo characters that you can choose from, so do not worry at all from any of these characters. They will all be pretty good. You can even have a shield character or something like that instead, and they will work pretty okay. Now, if you really want to venture out of the freeze related teams, do not worry. You can have teams like Melt that will, go under someone like Arlecchino or Hu Tao or even Mafuika. It would all work just as well, but you lose out on a large portion the value that Escoffier gives, which is rather unfortunate because she does give so much value that I highly recommend you guys go for a freeze team with Escoffier. Now, the nice thing about Escoffier is that you do not need to farm any new stuff or something like that. It's all there within Fontaine. So her artifacts come from Fontaine as well. Probably you're going to use the golden troop set, which is really nice, and you're going to use one of the Fontaine scrolls or whatever, or the books, right? So any of the talent materials will be from Fontaine, and I won't be surprised if the boss mats also come from Fontaine as well. But regardless of whether they're from Fontaine or not, she is going to be an absolutely amazing go-to character for freeze teams, especially for maybe newer characters that might be introduced in the future. Could use the likes of Escoffier and bring the absolute most amount of value from the character. I definitely really like Escoffier, and the aesthetics and whatever she brings to the table is a very nice change of pace. I'm really glad that they are introducing her to Genshin Impact, and I will definitely be pulling on this character. I'll be making more videos on as well, so guys, stay tuned as I will cover everything. That's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon.